Hello, everyone. Let's have ourselves a chat. I'm John from Rusty Chains. Yada yada yada. I'm angry. I'm really, really angry. Today, our chat is about Payday 3. Surprise, surprise. The Starbreeze quarterly report went out today. And the key thing that's got a lot of people in the Payday community doom posting, including myself, is it says they are going to significantly lower investment in Payday 3 for year 2. Now that's obviously very, very bad for people who want Payday 3 to thrive and succeed and get updates. Because as we discussed in our last video, the game is already not getting updates and content at an acceptable pace for a live service. If things break, they are staying broken for a month or longer. And now we're reaching this point where, we're putting even more of the team on Baxter. We're putting less investment into Payday 3. So if things go wrong with Payday 3, what happens? How long is it going to take? And as Red Archer Live pointed out, there have been layoffs at the team as well. So it just seems like everything is scaling back, and they haven't officially announced the end yet, but to me this feels a lot like just the final defeat, like the end for Payday 3. Because I'm trying to figure out how to word this. There's one of two ways this goes, right? If they no longer want to make this big investment. Either we go till March when the current contract for support ends, and then they're like, great, done. Or we trudge along in this lower investment, tiny state, and then maybe they decide to re-up then. But as a lot of people have pointed out, and some other bigger videos making the rounds have pointed out, Starbreeze needs to make a lot of money, about 40 million, very soon. Or they're going to have some trouble ahead, potentially a buyout or something like that. So with that in mind, I don't think the long-term prospects of Payday 3 are looking very good. And now they're going all in on Baxter. And again, like I said in the last video, who's going to buy Baxter? Who's buying the D&D game that's not Baldur's Gate, made by the people who bungled 3 co-op games in a row? Because they said they were going to support Payday 3 for years and years and years. Almir himself recently said, as long as the game is fun, Starbreeze will continue to support it. Well, now they've got the game to a state where it's fun, and the CEO goes, well, now that all these people came back, we don't need to work as hard to keep them. Like, it's the opposite. People don't show up just because it's good and expect to stay good for nothing. They are expecting it to keep the higher counts of Operation Medic Bag quality updates, while reducing the scope of the team and the resources and the project going forward for Payday 3. It's not good. There's no way. I just really don't see how they can make Baxter and continue supporting Payday 3 at the scope and rate that it's just almost beginning to work for them. So, I mean, they got me again for the second time in this game's 15-month lifespan. I have to apologize for recommending it, because in my year 1 video and my last few videos I've been like, yeah, they got it to the place it should have been in. I can recommend it now. It's a decent deal. And now they're scaling down support, and it's a live service that's just gonna be getting less service. So I'm sorry to anyone who's recently scooped up Payday 3 on my recommendation. We got fucking pranked, and I'm not happy about it, because I really love Payday, and it sucks to see everything scaling back like this. If you can't tell, this one's unscripted, just because I'm at a loss, really. I've sat down all day and tried to come up with ways to write this, and I just couldn't come up with anything, because I'm very upset that it just feels like all the wrong choices are being made. Because in their shareholder report, they said their goal is still to be operating 3 live service games. I have not seen a single person who has heard of it say they are excited for Project Baxter. I haven't seen any marketing for it, and that makes sense because they don't have a ton of show yet, but I don't think Baxter's got a huge audience of people coming for it. Payday's been hanging on by a thread, and now the thread's getting even thinner. And then third game. You know, as of today, there's 191 employees at Starbreeze. Not full game devs, but employees in the whole company. That is less than most live services have on them as a team, just developing content. And now Starbreeze is going to split up that team across 3 games, 3 live services. It doesn't make sense. They are spreading themselves way too thin. It's biting them in the ass, and it's really about to hurt Payday. And I think it's set up Baxter for failure. It is just amazing to me how at every opportunity this studio, since 2015, has made really bad choices, walked back from the brink of death, and then just makes the same bad choices again. Personally, I don't think the studio's going to persist super long after Baxter comes out, because right now it seems like all the eggs are more in the Baxter basket than the Payday 3 basket. And with that's just speculation on my part. But with Baxter, I assume not going to sell terribly well because nobody's asking for it. Right now, the Payday community isn't going, ooh, another Starbreeze game. They're going, that's the fucker that killed Payday. That's the fucker that took all the resources we need from Payday. So I don't see Baxter selling particularly well, especially because even if there's still people in the Payday community that trusted Baxter and wanted to play it and trusted Starbreeze to make another co-op game, to the outside world, this is still the studio that fumbled Raid World War II and Overkill's The Walking Dead and Payday 3. You know, you can't... Starbreeze has very little goodwill, and shrinking back their one game that's out right now to make Baxter isn't going to help that perception. I think there's going to be a really hard uphill battle to just sell Baxter to people. I really do. And I'm worried about Starbreeze in the future, and I'm worried about Payday. And that's also got me thinking a bit about, like, what happens to Rusty Chains. Because, you know, we're primarily a Payday-focused channel. So please let us know what you want us to do when or if Payday 3 ends. You know, we're definitely going to be doing Killing Floor stuff when that game comes out. I'm planning on doing a lot of Marvel Rivals when that comes out next month. That's a game I want to sink a lot of time and coverage into. But let us know what you want to see us do. Because it is... The feeling we have right now is we need to start spinning up some backups. Because I think Payday 3 and Payday as a series possibly, at least for a long time, are closer to the end of the line than not. So I apologize for the rambling. I'm just very upset about the whole situation. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time. Until then, don't forget to spread that happy and stay rusty.